Most people think that they will feel abundant once they have more money. But what they miss is that abundance is not tied to a number on your bank account. It's merely a feeling, a state of being. And you will never receive more wealth until you learn to feel abundant with what you already have. So how do you do that? Before we'll get into that, let's first see what abundance actually is. You can be broke and abundant, and you can be rich and still feel scarcity. This is because abundance is not about material wealth. It's about a state, a being, which is deeply rooted in gratitude and trust. The trust and conviction that you are cared for, provided for by the universe, by your creativity, by your skills, by God. And when you develop this trust that you are cared for, that you have the skill to always make more, the creativity, the intuition to always get forward in life, you will develop this feeling of overflow, of always having enough. And this is the gratitude and the abundance that I'm talking about. It's that state when you can give freely without breaking a sweat. The trust in yourself, in your skills, that if you're dropped on a different continent with literally just your shirt on, you can always make everything back. This feeling that everything you need is already provided, is already there for you. And what you have to understand is that money follows this state and not the other way around. And before we go into what you can do to cultivate a mental state of abundance, let me know in the comments, in which situations do you still feel scarcity? So the first step of cultivating this mental state is to focus on what's present and not on what is missing. A lot of people make this unknowing mistake of reinforcing scarcity through their thoughts and their language. They say things like, oh, I cannot afford this, or I will be happy once I have a certain amount on my bank account. And by doing this, they chasing away the state of abundance and attracting what they are focusing on, the lack and scarcity. So instead of using this kind of language and this kind of thoughts, focus on what you already have. Feel gratitude of what is provided for you. Be mindful of the language you use. Instead of saying, I can't afford this, say, this is not a priority for me right now, or I choose to not invest into this right now. Or simply say, I trust that everything I need is already provided for me. You see, words carry vibration, and this vibration influences your state of being. Dress, walk, and decide like the version of you which already receives everything with ease. You see, dressing well and walking around in a certain manner doesn't have to be expensive. And this identity shift, this embodiment, will align your actions and your thoughts to abundance. Gratitude is one of the most magnetic forces. It's a signal to the universe that you know what you have and that you appreciate it. And since you know that you can only have what you already have, you will be receiving more of the same. But Chris, how can I feel abundant if I'm not wealthy yet, if I don't have any money? Don't worry. Reality always lags behind your frequency, your state of being. And the lack of immediate results is not a sign to give up, but to be consistent. And as I said before, abundance is not about the number on your bank account, your money that you have, but it's a state of being. It's what you embody. And you can practice that by performing small acts of wealth that are inexpensive. For example, tip well. And whenever you give money away, don't think about or talk about spending money, but think about it as circulating energy back into the universe with the idea that it will come back to you manifold. Start to celebrate small wins. Whenever you find some money somewhere, celebrate it, be grateful about it. Focus on what you're receiving and not on what you are lacking. Patience and consistency builds energetic momentum. Build up your skills and prove them to yourself, because in this way you improve your self-confidence, the conviction in yourself that you can master all situations, that you will always be able to provide for yourself and always find a way for the universe to provide for you. And I promise you, as soon as you have internalized the feeling of abundance in yourself completely, the signs will show up in the material reality as well that you are on the right path. And if you find yourself falling back into scarcity again and again after climbing out of it, adhere to these practical tips on how to escape the scarcity loop. First of all, build an emergency fund for yourself of 6 to 8 months of your expenses. Whenever an unforeseen expense arises, be grateful that you have this emergency fund and draw from it. Secondly, eliminate panic mode decisions. Whenever something unforeseen happens, don't panic. Take a step back and give yourself some breathing room, and then decide on the best strategy moving forward. Align spending with growth and expansion instead of escape. Do not invest your money in things that distract you from your current situation. Rather, invest it in creating new ways for the universe to pay you. Because abundance cannot really reach you if there are no channels open to receive it. Start a side business, offer your skills, collaborate with others and build something. You see, abundance doesn't show up when you sit on your couch meditating. It shows up through actionable channels. Invest in yourself. Buy those coachings, courses, mentorships. When you invest in yourself, you show the universe that you believe in your own abilities. And by doing so, you're investing in this self-reinforcing cycle of self-confidence, paying back into the feeling of abundance. This way, you're really not spending, you're circulating money. Put yourself into situations where luck can find you. Go out, connect with others, build something. And most importantly, build that trust into the universe, into your skills, into the conviction that you deserve everything that is out there. You don't have to wait for abundance to arrive. You can decide that you are abundant today.